A strong woman doesn't give up on love, she just learns to love herself more. She's probably been through more than anyone can imagine. Her entire life has been filled with loss, heartbreak, and pain. It's left her with permanent scars that aren't visible to the eye. But even when her heart aches and those invisible scars burn, she's still the strongest person you will ever meet. She's the one you will always see smiling. She's kind and caring, and sometimes you wonder how she manages to remain that ray of sunshine. This woman never makes you doubt her strength. You could see it in the determination in her eyes and the way her face falls when she turns her head away from other people. It's like her little armor against people who might want to hurt her. No one knows if it's supposed to deter people or just show them not to cross her. She's that one person no one knows the struggles of. No one understands what she's been through, nor do they try to understand. Who knows if we're ready to hear her story? But she hasn't given up on love, no matter how much it's hurt. Her marriage has been everything but a fairy tale romance. She's been through so much with her husband, who thought he owned her. She's the type of person who wants to fix people. She thought that loving her husband could change him for the better. His empty promises made sure she held on to the marriage, even when he made no effort to keep her beyond that. There is always one man in the past of every strong woman who's made her this strong. Her husband thought that breaking her would be easy. When he realized how strong every blow of his made her, he would come back much more determined. He acted as if he owned her, as if he had a full range of power over her heart. In actuality, the only thing he did have was her selfless love. She thought that loving him could motivate him to become a better and more caring husband. She couldn't have been more wrong. Her love did nothing but spur him into action because it made him feel guilty, even though he'd never admit it. That's why he believed the only way to keep her at his side was to break her. He made her believe that she doesn't deserve better. He made her believe that there's no one better out there. Her strength never faltered throughout the entire nightmare of this marriage, even when she wanted to give up on herself. There wasn't a moment where she wanted to give up on herself just to please him. She stayed true to who she was because somewhere deep inside her, a voice echoed how she deserved so much more than what he was giving her. That's precisely why she hasn't given up on love even after her awful marriage. She still believes there is love out there for her, that someone will truly love her. You'd wonder where she found all that strength and courage to continue, but it's always been right there within her. Sometimes she isn't even aware of how strong she has become, how her brows furrow at the sight of a disrespectful man, and how much she wants to save the woman. She would rather stay single than be with a man who dares to disrespect her one more time. Why would she want to subject herself to another painful experience that has nothing more to offer than a broken heart and self-doubt? She doesn't need that, ever again. Her skin is thicker now than it has ever been, yet her touch remains tender. She hasn't stopped believing in love, she just knows what she deserves now. A strong woman knows the power of being vulnerable. She knows the power that love holds. Just because she wants to be loved, just because she craves it, doesn't mean that she needs it in her life. She wants it, she doesn't need it. There is a huge difference. She wants to give her unconditional love to someone. Only a strong woman could rise from the pain like this and still believe in love. Her strength is apparent whenever she wears her heart on her sleeve and walks around knowing that it could be broken, but she embraces it. When her husband breaks her heart, she knows that it isn't her fault. She gave everything she had and she was the one who was betrayed. She'll pick up the pieces. She'll survive this just like she survived everything else. But she won't sacrifice her heart for a man who doesn't know how to treat her right. A strong woman doesn't give up on love. She just learns to love herself more. She will never again let a man take away her true self. Her husband doesn't deserve to have her if he doesn't know how to love her for who she is. Even a strong woman has made multiple mistakes in her past. Some of them are bigger than others. Those times are over because now she knows better than to let that happen ever again. It doesn't matter who the next man she loves is. She will leave him if he doesn't love her just as much. He needs to give her freedom, love, validation, kindness, and understanding. Those are all things he'll get from her, but she needs the same in return. She wants all or nothing. She's strong enough to go through life on her own, believing that love still exists somewhere out there. To her, it's the much better alternative to having a husband convince her that he owns her. She is no one's property. She belongs to herself. If her husband isn't able to see that, she'll walk away, even if she's already fallen in love with him. That's because a strong woman doesn't give up on love, she just starts loving herself more.